YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant playoff basketball analysis on the Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. And I am going to talk about the Cavaliers beating the Raptors by 10, 115 to 105 to take a 2-0 series lead over the Raptors. They took care of home, and they're showing you that they're the better team. But the series is not over just yet. Cleveland won the first quarter 26-19. Toronto won the second quarter 29-28. Cleveland won the third quarter 30-29, and they won the fourth quarter 31-28. The Raptors, one of the problems that they had was that Brandon Ingram shot 3 of 15 from the field and 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, and even then they still hung in the game. Basically the entire game they was down by double figures, a lot of it, but they didn't get blown out really too bad throughout the game. But Ingram, he was just really just jacking up shots, really trying to find his rhythm, try to get going, and he just could never really do that. You got to credit the players on the Cavaliers for making it tough, making them have to shoot over guys and playing them close. And that's all you can really do at the end of the day, and it worked in this one. He did have also shooting them 1 of 3 from the 3-point line. He ended up getting 4 rebounds, 3 assists. He also had 5 turnovers. He also had 1 steal, 2 personal fouls, was a minus 15, and plus minus was a mess with what Brandon Ingram was doing in this one. But RJ Barrett, he played his part and did well. 38 minutes, he went and got 22 points. He went 10 of 13 from the field. He missed his only 3. He went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 9 rebounds, 5 assists. The worst thing he did was get 5 personal fouls and 4 turnovers. He did have 4 offensive rebounds. But other than that, just quick, fast shots, knew where to be at, do what he wanted to do a lot of the time, and that's how it led to efficient offense for him. And he finished as a -9 and plus minus. Scotty Barnes, he did a good job of attacking the rim with all type of spin moves, using his physicality, using his strength. He also went 1 of 4 from 3. He finished 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and he went 11 of 19 from the field. I liked his shot selection. I like that he was going at guys and not settling, not just shooting jumpers. He showed that he can be physical, he can be strong, and it worked out for him a lot in this one. He had 4 rebounds, 5 assists, but he did also have 4 turnovers, 4 personal fouls. But he did show that he can still get 2 steals in the block, which he has did basically the entire year, this season and last year. He had 1 offensive rebound, was a -17 in plus minus. Jakob Poeltl played 9 minutes. That was sad, but he did get 2 points. He missed a shot and made a shot, so he finished 1 of 2 from the field. He had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, and was finished with 2 offensive rebounds and was a -7 in plus minus. And then you look at Jamal Shead, 38 minutes. He had 3 points. He went 1 of 5 from 3. Had a good game 1, not so much in game 2. And like I said, they need somebody to step up offensively in that starting lineup with Ingram, Barrett, and Scotty Barnes. We'll see if Shea can do it again in game 3 or throughout the rest of the series. If not, this one can be over quickly. 3 rebounds for Shea, 4 assists. Also, he had 3 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block, and he also had 5 personal fouls, but he was the best that they had. So they said you just going to have to play through, and we'll trust you as much as we can to give you good minutes. You just got to try to be a guy that's ready to set guys up or make a shot. He tried, didn't really work as well as he would like in this one. He was a +1 and plus minus. Andrew ended up playing 21 minutes. He had 12 points. He went 5 of 8 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and he finished with a double-double. He was the only guy on the team to get a double-double because he had 10 boards with his 12 points, and he did that in 21 minutes while also getting a steal, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 3 offensive boards, and 3 personal fouls, and was a +7 and plus minus. He just understood what he was trying to do a lot of the time. Let me hit the wide open 3. Let me drive. Let me make sure I'm always near the basket. Let me get to the basket if I can, and let me just do the simple things that I can control and put effort into getting done, and he did a good job of that in this one. Kyler Murray Boyle has been consistent for them as well. 26 minutes, he ended up getting 17 points. He went 6 of 10 from the field. He did miss all of his threes, going 0 of 2 from 3, and he went 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He's strong, he's quick, he's fast, got good touch. and it ended up working a lot in his favor in this one. He did have 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 offensive boards, 2 personal fouls. It was a -6 and plus minus. AJ Lawson played 5 minutes. He had 2 points. He went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He missed his only three, missed his only two. So he went 0-2 from the field, 0-1 from three with 1 assist, no turnovers, no personal fouls, and was a +2 and plus minus. And Jacoby Walter finished well around the rim when he could, and then he made wide open threes too. Finished 3 of 7 from three, 5 of 9 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Had 14 points in 28 minutes. That was the most minutes off the bench. Kylie Moore Boyes had the most points off the bench. And then Jacoby Walter had 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 2 personal fouls, and finished as a -6 and plus minus. Cleveland, they played a really good game. They led basically majority of the entire game and was able to close it out in the fourth quarter as well. Dean Wade was the only starter to not score in double figures for them in points. He played 28 minutes, which is good, but he only gave you three. He made a three, missed the other two. He had 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 2 steals, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and was a +14 and plus minus. I like what he was doing defensively. I like that he wasn't getting in the way. He ain't gonna take a shot, make a pass, make a shot, defend your position, and just try to make the shots that's given to you if you can. He tried to do a lot of that, but it wasn't really necessary for them to win this one. Jared Allen, 25 minutes. He had 10 points. They took him away a lot in this one. That was a good adjustment. But the problem is they couldn't take away Evan Mobley. But Jared Allen went 4 of 6 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. We know he's fast. We know he's a pogo stick and lanky. He can get to your shots. He can get a play on the ball real quick. And he did a lot of that tonight. And you have to like the fact that he was able to put the effort in defensively that was needed to be a contributor at a high level in this one. 1 personal foul plus 18 and plus minus, and then Evan Mobley, he was getting the easier shots in the game. I mean, layup after layup, well, dunk after dunk, finish after finish. 33 minutes for him, 25 points. He went 11 of 13 from the field, missed the one shot at the rim, and then he missed the three. He finished 1 of 2 from three. It was wide open looks even from there, but he didn't get hung up on that. He did go 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 8 boards, which ended up being the most on the team. He had 2 assists, 1 turnover, and a block, 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and was a +3 and plus minus. Just good understanding of how to get open, how to get good looks, just being ready to catching with good hands, going straight up for the finish, not worried about getting fouled out, not worried about getting touched, and just understanding that that's the easiest thing he can do and the best thing he can do for his team offensively. And he figured it out throughout this entire game. In game one, he's been a problem that the Raptors can't solve. And if they do try, you still got to worry about Allen. It's hard to pay attention to both of them. But you still have to. If you want to win, you got to do what you got to do. James Harden, 35 minutes. He had 28 points. He went 9 of 14 from the field, 3 of 8 from three, 7 of 10 from the free throw line. He didn't have to work that hard to get the shots that he wanted. It was just, will he make them? He took some really good looks. He didn't really take any forced or hard shots to me. And that's a good thing for James Harden. The less energy and the less banging and swinging he has to do, the more he can stay healthy, the more they can be healthy throughout the playoffs, which last year had some problems with that. Not so much at the start of this series. So they get another win and everybody's playing a real comfortable type of style and getting what they want. And James Harden was no exception. 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 turnovers, 5 steals, 1 block. You surprised to see James Harden get that much steals, but it actually happened, and it looked like they would figure that out, but never really happened in this one. He was ultra aggressive, and he only had fouls in the game. And then on top of that, he finished as a +14 and plus minus. Donovan Mitchell was getting whatever he wanted. He finished with 30. That was game high. In 37 minutes, he went 13 of 23 from the field, 4 of 10 from three. He missed his only free throw. He was attacking off the dribble, getting to the paint. He was pulling up shots off the dribble as well. He basically was having fun out there and showing you all the ways he can score. They gave him space. They gave him separation. And he was just tearing them up as much as he could. and he was efficient in scoring as well. He had 5 assists that ended up being the most on the team. You don't always see that happen, especially with Harden having responsibilities with the ball in his hand as well. But Donovan Mitchell found some guys and found himself scoring a whole lot of points for the Cavaliers in this one. He did have 1 turnover, 1 steal, 3 offensive boards, 3 personal fouls. He also finished as a plus 11 and plus minus. Dennis Schroeder played 14 minutes. He had 5 points. He ended up making a two, and then he ended up going 0-2 from three, 3-3 from the free throw line, and 1-5 from the field. Just the stop and go still gets people off guard and allows him to get to the paint for good looks and free throws. He did have 1 rebound, 4 assists. The 4 assists was the most off the bench, no turnovers, no personal foul. He was also a -3 and plus minus. Max Strus played 27 minutes. He was the most off the bench. He had 6 points. He went 2 of 4 from three, 2 of 5 from the field. Didn't take a lot of looks, didn't have a lot of chances, but he did keep the ball moving as well and finished with 3 assists, 3 rebounds, and a turnover. 2 personal fouls was a -3 and plus minus. Sam Merrill made a tough three, but he finished 1 of 5 from three. He didn't have the greatest shooting night from three, but he also missed his only free throw and finished 2 of 6 from the field for 5 points in 20 minutes. He did also have 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and a steal. 2 personal fouls and was a +1 and plus minus. Jalen Tyson played 12 minutes. He ended up getting 3 points. He made the three and then missed one. Finished 1 of 4 from the field. He did have 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls was a -2 and plus minus. And then Keon Ellis, 9 minutes. He ended up missing every single shot that he took because they all was threes, but he still played some defense and got some steals, which he finished with two. He also had 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, and was a -3 and plus minus. 83 field goals for both teams. The Cleveland Cavaliers shot 53%. The Raptors shot 51%. 43 pointers taken by the Cavs. They shot 32%. The Raptors shot 26 3 pointers. They shot 27%. 22 free throws taken by the Cavaliers. They shot 64%. 17 by the Raptors. They shot 82%. The Raptors got 42 rebounds, and the Cavaliers finished with 35. The Raptors had 23 assists, while the Cavaliers had 22. 12 turnovers for the Cavs, 22, which is double almost for the Raptors, and the Cavaliers got 13 steals. The Raptors had 8, and then 5 blocks for the Cavaliers, 3 for the Raptors. 8 offensive rebounds for the Cavaliers, 12 for the Raptors. 27 defensive rebounds for the Cavaliers, 30 for the Raptors. 20 personal fouls for the Cavaliers, 24 for the Raptors. The Raptors, they just having trouble guarding people. They just way too many high percentage easy looks that the Cavaliers are getting, and it's just helping them score so effortlessly and easy. Well, we just make the pass, we just make the lob, we just make the dump off, we just kick it out. Just too many miscommunication, too many breakdowns, and just where is the focus, where is the ability to be on the same page to be able to know what we need to do as a team defensively. And on top of that, you seen it in game one. They did a lot of the same things in game two. They did it throughout the entire game. No changes or adjustments was made, and they just took a big L on the chin against the Cavaliers again. You know what I mean? This series looks a little silly, but I will say, the Raptors, they showed that they can stay with them a little bit more in this one. The problem is if you're not getting stops, and even if you're going bucket for bucket, somebody has to eventually say no more buckets. Because if you ain't getting stops, and they can still beat you with the last shot, they can still beat you with the last couple of shots. The Cavaliers have shown that, throughout the season, that they can make big plays and big shots when it matters. The Raptors not so much, but they have done it, especially Brandon Ingram. But they need to do more defensively. If they can upgrade their defense and make things more simpler for themselves offensively, which is going to be tough because the Cavaliers are going to resist it. They're going to make it as tough as they can for them to be able to earn those baskets, earn those shots. But I don't see the Raptors doing that, and I see the Cavaliers just having a field day on them and saying, well, we'll just do this. Well, we just go with that. Well, we just do this. Yeah, we just go with that. And it just happened over and over again to the point where you just scratch your head like you couldn't figure out how to guard the guy that did the same thing to you the whole game. And this game was just a continuation of what happened in game one. And we'll see when the Raptors are at home and the crowd is riding for them and thriving with them if they're making plays and if they stay in it, and maybe they can actually see that now we in a situation where we can be down 3-0, so we might be more urgent, we might be care more because we have a chance of getting swept and getting eliminated, and we don't want to have that happen on our home court. Maybe that'll kick them into what they need to do, and maybe that can change how the series can go. But if not, the Cavaliers, they know how to play. They know what they're trying to accomplish. They know what they're trying to do each and every possession. And it's showing that the veterans and the guys that have had a lot of experience in the playoffs, even though the Cavaliers don't have guys that have a ton of it, but their best players understand what to do. Um, it just looks like they're just a little bit better and a little bit smarter and a little bit more patient than the Raptors are. And this was just a bad game to lose because you feel like you was always in it. You feel like you always had a shot to get it, and then it just never ever materialized into that by the end of the game. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later, hopefully today with more analysis.